Wolves 16, Leeds Rhinos 14 in a controversial and entertaining game at the Halliwell-Jones Stadium. Leeds Rhinos will be feeling aggrieved this morning. They were the better side, not since my last visit to London and seeing the pickpockets all over the streets. Have a pocket been picked as much as this one by the Wolves Very Hull FC, like it has to be said. The way they stuck in the ground last night at the HJ and just about got the win in the end. Right, let's try and unpack this one. Like I say, Leeds were the better side. They didn't complete as many sets as the Warrington Wolves, but they ran for more meters, and their missed tackles only 15 in the game to Warrington Wolves 31. You would have expected Leeds to come out on the winning side. It started so well, though, didn't it, for the Warrington Wolves? Take a bow. Aaron Lindop, absolute sensational try on 12 minutes for the Warrington Wolves. A brilliant solo effort. The ball found its way out to Aaron. Off he goes down the right-hand side. A lovely kick and chase. It was a thing of absolute beauty. Sam Burgess looking on very happy with that indeed. And you've got to give Lindop a lot of credit, because I think about a couple of minutes before that, he did a really bad knock on. So again, tells you a lot about that lad in terms of what's going on between the ears. A really good rugby league player, and he can, pick himself up off the canvas very quickly and produce a piece of genius like that. Absolutely outstanding. Get on mastermind, son, is what I would say. But then from then on, it really did become all about the Leeds Rhinos. For me, they played a very solid game indeed. Territory-wise, possession-wise, again, just I think if their execution was better on the evening and they turned territory into points, they'd probably have won this one quite easily. But they did waste some good ball at good times. Their errors tended to come in the wrong parts of the field when they were attacking, and that for me told in the end. A brilliant try from McDonald. I mean, to be fair, it looked too easy, but he was well orchestrated from the Leeds Rhinos, and I have to say, I thought McDonald on the night for the Leeds Rhinos was very good, especially in defence. And then Riley Lum, his 5th try of the season. This kid is having a great year, isn't he? It was wonderful execution. Before we go on to that, though, Warrington Wolves fans will be aggrieved if I don't mention the forward pass of Jake Connor. Even the most ardent Leeds fan would say that the first try, without question, was a forward pass from Jake Connor. But hey, it's in the record books. What can you do? Back to the Riley Lum. It was a beautiful bullet pass, wasn't it, from Connor to Riley Lum? And in he goes for his 5th try of the season. Really impressed with Riley. Yes, he made a couple of key errors in the game. One of them, of course, from that short kick from Sneed that put Warrington right on the front foot, that eventually led to the Ratchford try. But you have to say, I thought overall, Riley Lum yet again very assured. And then, of course, Ryan Hall went in on 50 minutes for the Leeds Rhinos against Jake Thewlis. Thewlis on the night for not only the winning try, but really good effort from the 19-year-old. You've got to remember that. He's 19 years of age, coming up against Ryan Hall, who pretty much outsizes him. Ryan's experience absolutely dwarfs him. And I thought Jake, in the main, stood up really well. A great cover tackle as well to prevent another Leeds Rhinos score when they broke late in the game. So Jake, not only good in terms of his try, but also I think in his defensive efforts for 19 years of age, a really good knock against the Leeds Rhinos. At that point, Leeds are 14 points to 6 up at 50 minutes. I mean, really, Leeds Rhinos fans, we've said this, where are Leeds at? Again, very competitive against Saints, beat Wigan, competitive, should have probably won at the Halliwell-Jones Stadium, but not really getting themselves too far ahead, and that cost them. Where are they really? Because at 14 points to 6 at 50 minutes, you would hope that they would see that game out, Leeds Rhinos. What's your thoughts on that? I would have expected them to have seen that game out, but they didn't, because back came the Warrington Wolves. And you've got to give Stephen Ratchford a lot of credit as well. A very good try. Of course, it was Ratchford as well who made the final try for Thewlis. Ratchford back in the side. I mean, Stephen Ratchford should be nowhere near the Warrington side based on his age. Of course he shouldn't. But again, it just goes to show that he's still got it. He can still come in and do a job for the Warrington Wolves when called upon. Brilliant try. Great assist for Thewlis. He'll be pleased with his night's work, and rightly so. Then came the controversy. Palasia, was it a yellow? Was it not? We saw, last year, let's be crystal clear, we saw a couple of reds for this. Fenton Rogers against St Helens, Paul Vaughan against Lee. It was in that mould, wasn't it? It was a yellow this year. Was it a yellow? I don't know. Fitzgibbon was absolutely filthy over it. And I think the reason that Fitzgibbon was filthy over it is I think Sam Lazone's got to really consider his running style, because he actually leads so many times with his elbow to Sam Lazone, and he caught Fitzgibbon twice prior to the Palasia challenge. And I think Fitzgibbon had just had enough, hence his reaction to what happened when Palasia's one came along. Again, go and watch the game again. Go and watch Sam Lazzone. Go and watch him leading with the arm. Go and watch him seeing, like I say, he caught Fitzgibbon on 2 occasions. And maybe that just boiled over a little bit. Of course, once the game stops, it does allow the video ref then to come into play. And of course, they deemed it to be a yellow card. Some will say it's a soft yellow. The game's gone soft. But like I say, last year, that was a red card. It was a hammer blow for Leeds. I mean, if they continue, if it's 13-13, do Leeds see the game out? It's very, very difficult to say, of course, because at that point in time, there's still plenty of time left in the game. What we do know, though, is 1 minute later, Warrington executed a training ground play of absolute quality. George Williams, of course, the lead runner, you just saw Dufty coming in on the arch behind him. It's a training ground move, and it worked brilliantly. Dufty managing to get the offload to Rashford. Rashford ball to Thewlis, and Thewlis goes in. I'm really pleased for Jake Thewlis, 19 years of age. A really good, strong performance from Jake Thewlis. He will be delighted. Spoke to him at full time. He couldn't believe it. It was a great, great performance with his family and his brother Josh looking on. Many congratulations to him. I mean, like I say, it's a much improved Leeds Rhinos this season. Many will say they should have won at the HJ last night, and I can see why people would say that. But Warrington managed to get the job done and rise to 3rd in the league. I mean, again, you look at Warrington's form thus far this season, their performances, other than probably the Saints one, Warrington haven't really hit the straps yet, and yet they sit 3rd. That could be quite dangerous if they get a little bit of momentum, a little bit of confidence, and their defence becomes as solid as it was last year. As for the Leeds Rhinos, it's a much improved Leeds Rhinos. I mean, when you consider where they were last year, yeah, okay, the 7th, they're in that pool of teams on 6 points. They won't be too disappointed with regards to that. It's a good, solid start. And what I would say, I actually don't think that the Palasia yellow cost Leeds this game. I think what cost Leeds this game was Brodie Croft having to go off with that hamstring injury. Don't get me wrong, Jacksonville came on and nearly scored, but I thought the combination between Connor and Croft was superb on the eye. Very, very impressive. They won, without doubt about it. In terms of the halfbacks, those two outperformed the Warrington two last night. I thought the Connor and Croft, second game in a row, really looks to be a very, very fine partnership indeed. Frawley, of course, may get back in 2 weeks if Croft doesn't recover from his hamstring. It was only a tightening, Brad Arthur said, at full time, so maybe he'll get back for the next game for the Leeds Rhinos. But like I say, the Croft-Connor partnership, I'm a Leeds Rhinos fan. I'm very, very excited about that. It looked very good on the night. Very good performance. Right, let's get into the 3, 2, 1. Who am I giving the 3 points to? I'm giving it to Jake Connor. Jake Connor, again, absolutely superb on the night. He really was. Yes, there's controversy over the 2 assists that he got, but his all-round play, the way he marshalled Leeds around the field, he was on last night. And he really played a very, very strong game. 63 metres from 17 carries. He'll be disappointed that he hit the post, of course, with that last conversion effort. But all in all, I think Jake Connor deserves the 3 points. He had a brilliant, brilliant night at the office. He did. Notes in dispatches to Adam Holroyd. I thought Adam Holroyd had a good game for the White Wolves in this game. He gets the 1 point. 39 tackles from Adam in this game. Really strong indeed. He gets the 1 point for this game. The 2 points, I don't know why I switched to one there. The 2 points goes to the other second rower, the man who got the try, McDonald. I really like McDonald. I think he's a great player. 41 tackles on the night. Only Javon O'Connor tackled more with 47, but I think he's all-round contribution to their defensive efforts, and of course that try just puts him on the roster for this week. I should say the podium this week. He gets my 2 points. So 3 for Connor, 2 for McDonald, 1 for Holroyd. Ratchford just on the outside with his try and his assist. He, like I say, yes, really, really good performance from Stephen Ratchford, but I just felt Holroyd's defence on the night was incredible. And at times there was some real key moments in the game where his tackling saved the Warrington Wolves. So that's why I'm going the way of Adam Holroyd over Stephen, even though Stephen, of course, got that try and that assist. I thought the Warrington middle unit looked a little bit better in this game. I thought some bruising hits, some massive hits. I think there was one where Musgrove brought it out of backfield in the first half and he hit Aledzki, and Aledzki bounced off him. It was a wonderful, wonderful hit from Musgrove. 2 big juggernauts coming head to head. It's always a good moment in a game of rugby league. As you can tell, I really enjoyed the game last night. I feel for Leeds a little bit, but well done to Warrington Wolves for sticking in the grind and getting the job done. Warrington Wolves 16, Leeds Rhinos 14. We'll be back with more in the sheds. Thanks.